Welcome to History Lane. Lucknow, the capital of the erstwhile Kingdom of Awadh, was not only the seat of the political power of the Nawabs, but also of a rich culture, refined language, courteousness, Urdu poetry, music, and dance. The mere imagination of the Sham-e-Awadh in the milieu of the river Gomti is enough to arouse feelings of romanticism and nostalgia among people even today. Surprisingly, during the Great Revolt of 1857, this peaceful and fun-loving city was the center of the severest fighting. Out of the smoke of the burning flames emerged a heroine with exceptional courage and leadership qualities. She had successfully united and led the revolt from the front. This lady was Begum Hazrat Mahal, the second wife of the last king of Awadh, Wajid Ali Shah. Born in Faizabad, she was named Muhammadi Khanam by her parents. Later, she was sold to the royal court as a Khawasin and thus began her stint in Lucknow. Well trained in dance and music, she was soon elevated to the position of a Pari with the nickname Mahak Pari. Her captivating charm and her dancing skills prompted the king to take her into his harem as his second wife. On the birth of her son Birjiz Qadr, who was also the heir apparent to the throne of Awadh, she was given the title Begum Hazrat Mahal. On the political front, the British East India Company under Governor General Lord Dalhousie was following a ruthless annexation policy. Several Indian princely states were brought directly under the control of the British East India Company through the contentious and much hated doctrine of lapse. According to this doctrine, if a ruler of any princely state was found unfit to govern or died without issue, his or her kingdom was to be taken over by the company. By the 1840s, the control of the company over India was almost complete. Awadh was the only major region that eluded direct control of foreign masters. Lord Dalhousie had once declared, "Awadh is a cherry that will drop in our mouth one day." In 1856, the king of Awadh was deposed by the company on the pretext of misgovernance and exiled to Calcutta. This turned out to be a big miscalculation, and it was hugely responsible for the events that were to unfold later. The situation in Awadh was already like a powder keg. Tempers against the company rule were particularly high in this region. There was a long list of reasons behind this anger and mistrust. Since long, Awadh was known to be the nursery of the Bengal army, since most of the sepoys in the company's forces were recruited from this region. The Indian recruits were not paid on the same scale as the European counterparts. They were also treated badly by the English officers and overlooked when it came to promotions. To top it all, Indian soldiers were also sent to overseas campaigns to serve the cause of British imperialism. In the countryside of Awadh, the Talukdars were losing control over the lands. Through the summary settlement of 1856, the company was now directly responsible for land assessment and revenue collection. Even the peasants who was supposed to benefit from this arrangement, started complaining about over-assessment and the rigidity in the deadlines of revenue payment. The natives also had trepidation about the missionary activities and the company's interference in the social and religious matters. Queen Hazrat Mahal, who was left behind in Lucknow by the erstwhile king, made a smart assessment of public sentiments and played the most important role of giving proper direction to their fears and angers. The Great Revolt of 1857 reached Lucknow by 25th May. On the 30th May, the Lucknow Residency was put under siege by the rebels. On the 5th of July, Begum Hazrat Mahal declared her 12-year-old son as the new king of Awadh. The rebels rallied around her and made futile several attempts to relieve the Residency by the British forces. On a few occasions, mounted on an elephant, she personally led her forces. Her exemplary courage and political acumen mesmerized all and sundry. It was quite a rarity for a woman to display such qualities in her times. By November 1857, the resistance of the rebels ended with the relief of the Residency by the combined efforts of Sir Colin Campbell, James Outram, and Henry Havelock. The Queen was forced to seek asylum in Nepal. There she breathed her last in 1879. Thanks for watching History Lane.